go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Masters Fantasy Show, brought to you by MastersFantasyFootballLeagues.com. As always, I'm joined by the Masters crew, Dynasty Owl, the Doc, two of the best in the business. What's up, guys? How you doing?
I'm good. Great.
Never been better.
Yeah. And just to pass it along, kind of a little bit of proof to me that these guys are two of the best in the business. And I was going to save this for we're going to be doing a rookie draft recap. From all the Dynasty leagues this past weekend. I was getting kind of late in the second, third round. I was making some picks. I hate to admit this to you guys, but some of your rookie spotlights, I kind of jumped over sections. So I was getting ready to pick some of these guys, and I'm like, hey, man, one of my favorite things is go watch some videos on these guys right before you make the selection. I wanted your guys' videos. Like, I started watching another guy, and I'm like, you know what, man? Where's Dynasty Owl the Doc? I had to find our video. I trust your guys' opinion.
Love it.
Awesome.
Just wanted to pass that along. Yeah. Today's episode, we're running redrafts every single night of the week, several on some nights. I think this past Sunday we just did 4. Starting this week, we got Coppers on Wednesday, Bronzes every day of the week, Silvers on Sunday, and that schedule's only going to grow as we get closer to the kickoff of the football season. Today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at rounds 9 through 12 of our most recent redraft. These guys are going to tell you their least favorite picks of the round, try to help you win your fantasy championship this season. With that said, let's jump into it, man. Round 9, your guys' least favorite pick. Floor is all yours.
It's a toss-up for me. Hold on. I know what'll differentiate.
So
go ahead.
I'll go ahead with mine. I know the departure of Julio Jones leaves a lot of vacated targets, but Russell Gage just not. I mean, taking him over guys like Jarvis Landry and Corey Davis, just not quite there yet. I even like, I'm going to butcher his name, but like Olamide Zacchaeus or whatever, the other Atlanta receiver, I think he easily could outproduce Russell Gage. Yeah, but mainly it's the guys like Jarvis Landry and Corey Davis after, and I'm sure some of these rookie receivers went later too. Guys like Elijah Moore, guys I'd rather have this year than Russell Gage. So that's my least favorite pick this round.
Well, you just made my toss-up a little easier because he was one of them.
Nice.
I'll say Tony Pollard, similar to our last episode. Just the fact that you're going not even a handcuff. I mean, you don't really have a handcuff, and I understand this guy didn't draft Zeke. And I understand, a lot of people are kind of down on Zeke, and a lot of people think Pollard might push for a bigger role, but
not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen. Zeke's been pretty durable, too. I don't know. I just don't see Tony Pollard doing a ton, and, there's guys getting drafted immediately after him, like a J.D. McKissick that's not as flashy, but I feel like will be way more productive for you in the long run.
All right, guys, great points. Going to move on here to the 10th round. 10th round, our most recent redraft fantasy league. Your least favorite picks.
I don't want to say it. Man.
The defense.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, defense is one.
We know the Rams' defense is loaded, but you don't start picking defenses in the 10th round. Those are you can stream defenses week to week. I'd rather take a kicker earlier than a defense, but I'm waiting until the last 2 rounds to do both.
Yeah, actually, I was a little hesitant on some of these players, but again, thinking it's 10th round, yeah, it's a little better. Maybe I don't know. At this point, we're kind of getting into some handcuff stuff there. So I'll say probably Jamal Williams, even though I think he'll have a little bit of a role. Not really crazy about taking him in the 10th round. Similar to Marvin Jones, he very easily could be solid for that team. But as things stand right now, I mean, he's the 3rd receiver, so he's got some work to do to become valuable. But again, 10th round, I don't hate it as much.
Yeah, and a lot of flyer picks here in the 10th round. Guys with some upside, or like you said, handcuffs. I've actually drafted the Rams quite a bit this season already, but I'm kind of doing it in the 14th round at the earliest.
Yeah.
I mean, 10th, there's just too many guys, too many upside in a long season where you're going to end up needing some of those guys, bye weeks, etc.
Right.
And I always say, too, man, you could get, every year guys draft defenses 10th, 11th, 12th round. You could probably just pick them up after their bye week for nothing. Not always, but I'm saying guys make a bad decision to draft them in the 10th. Then they turn around and double that decision and make it by dropping them that week, too. Mm-hmm. So, all right, going to move on here to the 11th round. Your guys' least favorite pick.
I would say probably Zach Ertz, even though he's staying in Philly, presumably. I just think there's only so many years where he can just take so much from Goddard before they finally just give Goddard the keys. And I feel like last year was the first year we kind of saw Goddard get more run, even though Ertz was banged up. So yeah, I think him in the 11th round. I don't know that I'd even touch Zach Ertz until something happens, because with him in Philly, I just don't really love that a whole lot right now. But if he gets traded, that would completely change everything.
Yeah, they need to trade him too, man. We need another like tight end we can use in these fantasy leagues.
Trade him to Buffalo.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So the value isn't terrible, but again, just someone I don't see myself drafting at all, really. Not that I wouldn't, I'm talking 15th round type stuff. Obviously, I guess I would take him. But Devin Singletary is just a guy I can never see myself feeling good about throwing him in a starting fantasy lineup this year. I mean, I guess if Zach Moss went down, yeah, you could start him. But I don't know. I think that's just not a super attractive backfield, and he's definitely not the one I want. So
yeah, I think both great picks. And every time we talk about that Buffalo backfield, it kind of makes me a little sad because there should be value there.
I know.
Yeah.
Like a ton of it. And
I know, I
just
agree.
not.
I think
It's
Zach
weird.
Moss has that sneaky upside, but
I mean, he
know.
does, but
Yeah.
I mean, even I don't know. He's just hard to draft anywhere.
Yeah.
I just feel like somebody from that Buffalo backfield should be going in the first 5 rounds
I agree.
at the very least. But all right, and maybe next year.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the 11th and final, or the 12th. This is the 12th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to the 12th
I'd
and
think
final
not.
round of this episode. If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. We'll be doing rounds 13 through 16 next. All the previous rounds have already been posted. But we'll jump in here to the, what round is it again? The 12th.
That's it.
The 12th round, your guys' least favorite pick of the 12th round.
For me, I'm gonna go with the guy who he's flashed at times, but Jacoby Myers. Did I say your thunder?
No, I thought you were gonna say Darius Slayton.
No, he was my next. But yeah, Jacoby Myers. They signed Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, N'Keal Harry's on the roster for now. Some other, obviously they double up on tight end and free agency with Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith. I just don't see Jacoby Myers really being a true threat in that receiving game. It's hard to imagine any of those receivers being a value. Maybe Nelson Aguilar is probably the best value, but yeah, no thanks on Jacoby Myers.
Yeah. I'd say it's a toss-up for me between Slayton and Tariq Cohen to an extent. I like Tariq Cohen a lot as a player, but fantasy-wise, I feel like his value is just kind of decreased as the years go on, and especially, as David Montgomery becomes a bigger force in the backfield for Chicago, I think we're going to see even less of Tariq Cohen. And I feel like at this point he's just kind of surviving on name value because people remember that one season where he had a million catches. So that's one I don't like either.
Yeah, we're all spot on with that. I was looking at Slayton.
Yeah.
Just
Just cut and paste what we said about
Right.
Galladay
Yeah,
for
I-
pretty
yeah.
much.
Slayton. Yeah.
All right, guys. That's going to wrap up this edition of least favorite picks in our most recent redraft. If you could hit the like and subscribe button, come be a part of the Masters family. Love to have you. Any last words, guys?
Thanks for listening.